Your head hurts. Not a little. It has been 3 days. You took Tylenol yesterday. Did not help. You took it again this morning. Still there. It is not unbearable, but it is not going away. You are sitting at your desk. You have got work to do, but you cannot focus because there is this dull, steady pressure behind your right eye that just will not stop. You tell yourself it is nothing. You drank coffee this morning. You slept okay. You have not been sick, so it is probably fine. It is probably nothing. But then you pick up your phone, not because you are worried, just to check, just to see what it says. You open Google. You type, headache for 3 days. You hit search, and that is it. That is the moment everything goes wrong. Not because of what you find, but because of what you do next. Because you are not the kind of person who reads one article and closes the tab. You never have been, and Google knows that about you. It has been waiting. The first results are fine. WebMD says tension headache. Healthline says dehydration. Mayo Clinic says stress. You feel your shoulders drop a little. Tension headache, of course. You have been staring at screens all day. You have not been drinking enough water. You have been stressed about work. That makes total sense. You almost close the tab. Almost. But then you scroll down just a little more. Not because you are looking for something, just out of habit. And there it is, buried between 2 ads. When a headache could be something more serious. You do not click it. You scroll past it. You open a new tab. You try to get back to work. You type 2 sentences of your email. Then you go back. You click the link. You tell yourself you are just being thorough. You tell yourself any responsible adult would want to rule things out. But your thumb is already scrolling. The page is already loading. And somewhere in the back of your mind, something just shifted. You felt it. A small, quiet thing, like a door opening in a dark room. The article lists symptoms. Sudden, severe headache. Yours is not sudden. Okay, good. Worst headache of your life. Is it? You pause. You try to remember other headaches. Was that migraine in college worse? Probably. Maybe. You are not sure anymore. You keep reading. Headache that wakes you from sleep. No. Headache with fever, stiff neck, confusion. No fever. You touch the back of your neck. Move it side to side. Does it feel stiff? It might feel a little stiff. You slept weird. That is probably why. Headache with vision changes. You squint at the screen. Do things look normal? They look normal. Probably. You have been on screens a lot. You keep reading. Headache that is worse in the morning. You stop. Your headache was worse this morning. You read that line again, then a third time. You click the next link. This one is about brain tumors. You do not remember clicking it. You do not know how you got there, but you are there now, and the pressure behind your eye suddenly feels different. Now you are in the forums. You did not mean to end up here. You are on a medical site. Then there was a link to a patient community, and now you are reading posts from 2019 from strangers describing their symptoms. Started with just a headache, thought it was stress, turned out to be a glioblastoma, stage 4. You read the whole thread, all 47 replies. You read the follow-up post from their spouse 8 months later. You sit there for a second. Then you open another thread, different person, different diagnosis, then another. You are not reading for information anymore. You are searching for someone whose story does not match yours. Someone whose symptoms were clearly different. Someone who proves you are fine. But every story starts the same way. I thought it was nothing. 4 words. And you have said those exact 4 words today. You scroll back and read the original post again. The headache was on the right side. Yours is on the right side. You put your phone down, then you pick it back up. You are building a case now. You do not realize you are doing it, but you are. Every search adds evidence. You type pulsing headache behind right eye and find temporal arteritis. You look it up. It says most common in people over 50. You are not over 50. You close the tab, but you find a post from someone who was 34. You read it. You type brain aneurysm symptoms young adults. The results load. You read slowly. Sudden thunderclap headache. Yours is not a thunderclap, but it came on fast yesterday. Does that count? You add it to the list forming in your head. You type brain tumor symptoms early stages. You do not notice you have stopped second-guessing the searches. You are just searching now. Pure reflex. You find a symptom checklist. 12 items. You have 3. Headache, fatigue, occasional brain fog. You tell yourself 3 out of 12 is nothing, but you screenshot the page anyway. You do not know why you do it. You just do. And that screenshot sits in your camera roll now. You know it is there. You text your friend. You try to keep it casual. Hey, random question. Have you ever had a headache that lasted like 3 days? They reply fast. LOL. Yeah, all the time. Drink some water. You want to feel better from that. You try. You put the phone down. You go to the kitchen. You fill a glass and drink the whole thing standing at the sink. You stand there and tell yourself to stop. You are a normal person. You have a headache. Millions of people have headaches every single day. It means nothing. You go back to your desk. You sit down. 40 seconds pass. You pick up your phone. You search how to tell if a headache is serious. The first result says go to the ER if you have the worst headache of your life. You think about the college migraine again. You genuinely cannot remember if this is worse. Your heart is beating a little faster now. You notice it. That makes it beat faster. You put your hand flat on your chest. You are breathing fine, but your hands are cold. They were not cold an hour ago. It is 1:47 a.m. You should be asleep. You have work tomorrow. You know all of this. But you were lying in bed with your phone screen on, reading about glioblastoma survival rates. You have been trying to sleep for 2 hours. Phone face down on the nightstand, eyes closed. But every time you get close, you feel the pressure behind your eye, and your brain says, what if? 2 words. That is all it takes. What if? So you pick the phone back up. You search, can you feel a brain tumor? You search, headache for 3 days Reddit. You find a thread, 40 replies. Most of them are fine. Dehydration, tension, sinus infection. But you read every single one, looking for the reply that matches your exact situation. You find someone whose headache was also behind the right eye, also dull, also 3 days. They write, turned out to be nothing, just needed sleep and water. You feel relief for about 9 seconds. Then your brain says, but what if yours is different? You search, when to go to the ER for a headache. The screen lights up your face. It is now 2:11 a.m. You wake up at 7:12 a.m. Before you open your eyes, you run a full scan. You lie completely still, waiting to feel it. The pressure, the throb, the thing that has been behind your eye for 3 days. You breathe, you wait, and then you realize it is not there, not less, gone. You open your eyes. You sit up slowly. You tilt your head left, then right. You press 2 fingers to your right temple. Nothing. You stand up. You go to the bathroom. You look in the mirror. You look exactly like you always do. You go to the kitchen. You drink a glass of water. You make coffee. You sit at the table and hold the mug with both hands and just sit there for a minute, not looking at your phone. The morning light is coming through the window. Your coffee is hot. Your head does not hurt. You have a meeting in 45 minutes. Everything is exactly fine. You look at your phone on the table. You do not pick it up. You just sit there, and slowly, something in your chest that has been tight for 3 days starts to loosen, quietly, on its own, without you doing anything at all. You think about the last 3 days, the forums, the survival rates, the 1:47 a.m. searches, the screenshot still sitting in your camera roll. You pull it up. 12 symptoms. You had 3, headache, fatigue, brain fog. You think about how many nights this week you stayed up past midnight, how many coffees you had, how many glasses of water you did not have. You think about the college migraine now. Clearly, it was so much worse. You were dehydrated, slept on a couch, had not eaten, and you remember exactly what fixed it. Water, food, 12 hours of sleep. Yesterday, you drank 2 full bottles of water and got 7 hours. And today, your head is completely fine. You did not need the ER. You did not have a tumor. You had a tension headache, probably dehydration and too many hours staring at a screen. And you turned it into 3 days of quiet panic because you opened 1 tab. That is it, 1 tab. And then you could not close it because you never can, and you know it. Here is what nobody tells you. WebMD is not wrong. Those symptoms are real. Those diseases exist. People get serious diagnoses every single day. The information is accurate. That is not the problem. The problem is that Google cannot see you. It does not know your stress level, your sleep schedule, how much water you had, whether you grind your teeth, whether you get headaches when it rains. It gives you every possible explanation, from most common to most rare, with no way to tell you which one is actually yours. So your brain does what brains do. It goes straight to the worst option, especially at night, especially when exhausted, especially when you are 2 hours deep and too far gone to stop. This happens to almost everyone with a smartphone and a weird symptom. You are not weak. You are not a hypochondriac. You did exactly what a human does when scared and connected to unlimited information. Next time something hurts, drink water first. Sleep. Wait 24 hours. Because almost every time, you already know what it is. You just want it to be something more.